The Finest Hours 2016. In the winter of 1952, a brutal nor'easter strikes the coast of Cape Cod, creating towering waves and freezing conditions. The oil tanker SS Pendleton is caught in the storm, its hull weakened by the relentless sea. Suddenly, the ship splits in two, leaving crew members stranded on the sinking stern. Panic spreads as the men realize rescue may be impossible in such conditions. Meanwhile, at a nearby Coast Guard station, reports of the disaster arrive, setting in motion a daring mission that will test courage, leadership, and the limits of human endurance. At the Coast Guard station in Chatham, Bernard "Bernie" Webber prepares for duty despite his quiet and reserved nature. His fiancée, Miriam Webber, worries about the dangers he faces at sea. When news of the Pendleton disaster arrives, commanding officers debate the risks of launching a rescue. The storm is so severe that any attempt could mean certain death. Despite the odds, Bernie volunteers to lead a small crew into the raging ocean. His decision marks the beginning of one of the most extraordinary rescue missions in Coast Guard history. Bernie assembles his crew, including Richard Livesey, Andrew Fitzgerald, and Irvin Mask. They board a small wooden lifeboat, knowing it is barely capable of surviving such extreme conditions. As they leave the harbor, the storm intensifies, with massive waves crashing over them. Visibility drops to nearly zero, and their compass is destroyed, leaving them to navigate blindly. Despite fear and uncertainty, the crew presses on, driven by duty and determination. Each man understands that turning back would abandon the stranded sailors to certain death. On the stern of the SS Pendleton, Ray Sibbert takes charge of the surviving crew. With the captain lost, Ray must lead the frightened men through chaos and freezing temperatures. The broken ship drifts aimlessly, threatened by waves that could sink it at any moment. Ray organizes the crew, instructing them to keep the engines running to stabilize the vessel. His calm leadership inspires hope among the survivors. Despite the dire situation, they cling to the belief that rescue may come, even as the storm continues to rage mercilessly around them. Bernie's lifeboat battles through the storm, facing waves that seem impossible to overcome. The men are soaked in freezing water, their strength fading with each passing moment. Yet Bernie remains steady, guiding them forward with quiet determination. Back on land, Miriam anxiously waits for news, fearing the worst. The Coast Guard station struggles to maintain communication, as the storm disrupts all signals. Meanwhile, Ray Sibbert continues to hold his crew together, refusing to give in to despair. Both groups fight their own battles against nature, united by hope and the will to survive against overwhelming odds. After hours of struggle, Bernie and his crew miraculously locate the broken stern of the SS Pendleton. The sight is both a relief and a shock, as the damage is worse than they imagined. The survivors cheer as the lifeboat approaches, but the challenge of rescue is far from over. With limited space, Bernie must find a way to carry far more men than the boat was designed for. Time is running out as the ship continues to weaken. Every decision now could mean life or death for everyone involved. Bernie orders the men to carefully board the lifeboat, prioritizing safety despite the urgency. Against all odds, they manage to take on more than 30 survivors, cramming the small vessel beyond its limits. The weight threatens to capsize them at any moment. Ray Sibbert is among the last to leave, ensuring his crew is safe before stepping aboard. The journey back is even more dangerous, as the overloaded boat struggles against the relentless storm. With no compass and limited visibility, Bernie must rely on instinct and experience to guide them home through darkness and chaos. As the lifeboat fights its way back, the crew faces exhaustion and freezing temperatures. Waves crash over them, threatening to wash men into the sea. Yet Bernie refuses to give up, steering through the storm with unwavering focus. In Chatham, townspeople gather along the shore, lighting their cars to guide the rescuers home. Miriam watches anxiously, her hope flickering with each passing moment. The combined efforts of the crew and the community create a path through the darkness, offering a chance for survival against the unforgiving power of nature. At last, the lifeboat emerges from the storm and reaches the safety of the harbor. The crowd erupts in relief and celebration as the survivors are brought ashore. Bernie and his crew are hailed as heroes, though they remain humble, knowing they simply did their duty. Ray Sibbert and the rescued sailors expressed their gratitude, aware that they were saved by extraordinary courage. The mission becomes a testament to human resilience and teamwork. Despite the dangers faced, the rescue stands as one of the greatest small boat rescues in Coast Guard history. In the aftermath, life slowly returns to normal, but the impact of the rescue remains unforgettable. Bernard Burney, Webber and Miriam Webber continue their lives together, strengthened by the experience. The story of the SS Pendleton rescue becomes a symbol of bravery and sacrifice. It reminds the world that even in the darkest moments, courage can shine through. The legacy of that night endures, inspiring future generations to face challenges with determination, proving that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary feats when they refuse to give up.